very rough. Hey Jim, how's it going this morning? Yeah, I came back and I had multiple packages on the porch from different people. So I gotta get after it. Wasn't too excited about sharpening today, but I got to make some money to pay for my trip from last week. Recoup some of my savings. Man, those look terrible. Move some stuff around here. Today is farmer's market day, but I told them I would not be there today, which is good because it's raining and nasty today. And it'll take me 2 days to get caught up with just the mail order stuff. And then I have multiple people on Monday going to be here. Man, whoever sharpened these last took the ride lines completely off of them. But then again, these are cheap shears, and maybe they didn't have ride lines from the factory. But I know they cut like crap. I know, I feel very overwhelmed this morning. We didn't get back to the house till almost 9 o'clock last night. So I had to do all the unpacking, get everything out of all the suitcases and everything, and in the laundry. And then I have all these packages to do. I'm overwhelmed today, I'll tell you that. And these are cheap shears. But I'm gonna make them cut better. God. I don't know what's going on. Well, these are cheap beveled edge pet grooming shears. Came in on a mail order. And they wouldn't cut anything. Yeah, what's up with that? Only 8 people watching. I can't figure out the algorithms, and I'm not going to try. If I get thumbs up and I get subscribers, great. If I don't, I'm not going to worry about it. I got too much sharpening to do. I do have something. I don't know what's going on. We've had nothing but rain here this week while we were gone. And all my equipment's got a little bit of rust on it. Exactly, Ben. Yeah, no biggie. Hey, Robert. Yeah, I got back and had a bunch of packages on the porch. Mail-in sharpening. And you guys wouldn't believe how many people who were calling and texting last week for sharpening while I was in Jamaica. And I was like, no, I can't do it till next week. Can't do it till next week. My plan was to rest today, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Yesterday was a very long day traveling. And man, the airports in Jamaica were packed. The airport here in Houston was packed. John, I did not announce openly on my pages that I was on vacation, obviously. You know, I had people staying here, so but yeah, I mean, if they contacted me during the week, I said, hey, I'm closed, I'm on vacation. My good clients, the ones that that I sharpen for, I sent them a text way ahead of time saying, hey, I'm going to be closed this week. We'd been planning this vacation for 3 years. My daughter got married, and so it was a destination wedding in Jamaica. So we knew this was coming. So I had been telling all of my good clients, my repeat clients, but I did not post it on my Facebook page. I did not post it on my website or anything like that. You understand that. You just don't want to. You don't want to openly say you're not going to be there. But I did answer all. I answered all the text and all the emails and voicemail messages I got during the week. People contacting me for sharpening. I responded to them. I had pretty good cell service in Jamaica. But I'll tell you sharpener guys, what was funny is when we went to the restaurants, I ordered steak. And my wife ordered steak 2 nights while we were down there, and their knives wouldn't cut anything. And I was like, what the hell? It's like somebody needs a sharpener in Jamaica. But we had a good week. It was good to take some time off. Because I literally work 7 days a week. No, that's funny, Barty. My son did. I did not go to the bobsled, but my son and I think my daughter and all of the younger kids went. Everybody. Me and my wife were the oldest 2 there, and my sister-in-law. I didn't go on any of the excursions. I kind of just hung around the resort. I drank and ate way too much. But my wife and I did work out every morning. We went to the gym all 5 days. So I didn't gain a whole lot of weight, thank goodness. But we swam, stayed at the pool a lot, stayed at the beach a lot. It rained really bad. 3 of the 5 days it poured in the afternoon. So we won't take another big vacation again, meaning out of the state until 2028. That'll be our 40th wedding anniversary, and we're going to go to Alaska for our 40th. My daughter got married on our anniversary, so it was our 37th wedding anniversary, and it would have been my wife's parents' 70th wedding anniversary because we got married on their anniversary. Good times, man, good times. Oh man, those cut much better. Let's see if it cuts fur. Oh yeah. Make sure those tips cut well. They do. Like a burr right there. What kind of, she's dropped them or something. Let's see if I can get that off. It's like some damage on the bottom side of this blade. And I can feel it. Let's see if it's on both blades. Nope, it's not on that blade. There's no rough spot on that blade. Awesome, Jim. Well, congratulations, man. A buddy of mine and his wife had 43 last week. All right. Oh, yeah, much better. So there's something on the inside of that blade. Make sure it's still cutting good. Yeah, I like that. All right, we got one pair done. Got 8 pairs to do. And I haven't even opened the other boxes. Here's the curved ones. Oh, they're very crunchy. Ugh. They cut, they're just not smooth. Got some damage right there. I don't think these have ever been sharpened, and I don't think they have a ride line. I think that's a factory edge on that. All right. Well, appreciate the 72 people watching. Usually we have more people watching than this, but it's Saturday, and I guess it's still early. But I hope you hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We got a burr. Looks good. Kept seeing a little something on that blade. All right, let me get my ride line maker out, and I need to switch out the abrasives before we get started here. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday wherever they're at. It's been raining here in southeast Texas for days. My backyard was flooded when I got home. Dogs had tracked mud all through the house. I don't think these shears have a ride line from the factory, but I'm just going to work it a little bit, the inside ride line, just to make them smoother, cut smoother, hopefully. I do feel some resistance along that ride line now. That looks better anyway. Better than it was. Feels pretty good. That other blade had a little snag to it. This one did not. That might have been where there's some damage. I don't know. But it feels pretty good. So we're going to go to the next one. Appreciate everybody watching out there, keeping me company. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. That's what these are. These are pet grooming shears. We also sharpen clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. Oh, that did not feel good. Cutting better than they were. See how they cut fur. Oh yeah, really nice. Make sure they cut all up and down the blade, and they do. Tip cut. I didn't oil the other pair. I need to go back and lubricate the other pair. All right, so there's another pair down. 6 more pairs to go. Probably won't keep the live stream on through 6 pairs. I'm going to need to go get some more coffee or something. Yeah, they're a little crunchy. They're cutting, but I can feel some resistance. And lots of damage on that blade. Got a big ding right there in that blade. They're also nasty. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean them up with my Scotch-Brite wheel, that inside, before I go to the next step. So all the rust, look at all the stuff in there, rust. Still got some right in there, rust inside that blade. She put her shears up wet. There's even some on the outside of it too. So we're not sharpening at this point, we're just cleaning them up. See that rust gunk in there? See right there? all that nasty stuff. Looks better. Much better. All right, so we got them clean anyway. Clean them up with a little bit more alcohol. Well, I appreciate it, everybody out there, if you will hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe to our channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do mail order sharpening. That's what these tools were mailed in to us. Alright, we're going back to the flat hone here. Alright, one more pass. I got it a little fast. Slow that wheel down a little bit. Looks good. Oh, that was 600 already. I didn't change it, I guess. That felt pretty smooth, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I think we're good. Looks better. Well, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday wherever you're at. Maybe it's not Saturday where you're at. Maybe it's Sunday. It's Saturday here in Southeast Texas. I got them a little too tight. Feels pretty good. Try the fur. Make sure they cut the tips. Make sure they cut in the middle. Still may have them a little too tight. I think they're golden. For this quality of a shear, that's cutting pretty doggone good. Like it may be hanging at the tip. Got a solution for that, Much better. So I just kind of polished the tip a little bit with a 3000, and it made it a lot smoother at the tip. All right, so those are done. A little lubricant on them. And we're done with this pair. All right, one more pair, and I'm going to take a break. Another pair, cheapies. Let's test them first. The cutting good at the tip, but right there, I can feel something. It's very, yeah, it's just not cutting great right there. I don't think there's supposed to be a washer on this side. These aren't rusty, at least. They do have some junk on them. Keep seeing something on that tip. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you hit the subscribe button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We get mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. This is a batch of mail-in sharpening from a dog groomer. Thought I felt something on that blade. All right, looks pretty good. Heck. Felt something at the tip there. Feels pretty smooth. One more pass and we're done. Appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate you hit that thumbs up button. I hope you subscribe to the channel. This is going to be the last shear we do. I'm going to take a little break. I've still got 5 more pairs to do. Just from this order. Justin, I bought that from Ray Pope, PrecisionSharpener.com. He makes them. I'm not convinced I like it, but I'm using it. I don't know why I'm moving that. Hang on, sorry. Getting stressed out. Yeah, it's for, you know, it's for doing the inside ride lines on these curved shears. I use the leftover disc. Since I only use about that part with sharpening the shears on the flat hone, from here to here, it's virtually unused. So I just wrap them around a piece of PVC pipe, and it makes that curve much easier, you know, when you're doing it. You can work that curve. Does that make sense to you? I assume you're a sharpener and you know what I'm talking about. I also have the stone that comes with it, but I don't like the stone because once I wear that radius on that stone, how am I going to correct that? The PVC, to me, in my opinion, works better. Everybody's got an opinion, and you know what they say about opinions. I'm not sure why they had a washer on this other side, and I'm going to have to adjust this here because they're not closing all the way, so I might as well do it now. But to your point, emery cloth would work also. we're going to finish putting these together and see how they cut, and then I'm going to take a break. I might be back on later, might not, I don't know. I do need to get these done this morning, and I need to go through the other packages that I got to see what needs to be sharpened. Oh, it feels good. Feels nice and smooth. I took a 4-inch piece, a 4-inch PVC pipe and cut it in half. It worked really well. I thought I would try this guy Ray's machine. Like I said, I'm not convinced I really like it. There's some other ones out there. Yeah, I know. I don't think there was supposed to be a washer on that side, Jim. I've never seen a washer on the click plate side, so somebody put a washer in there. I'm leaving it. I don't think I need it. I think whoever sharpened these last decided to put one in there, and I'm not sure why. These are cutting great. Oh yeah, much better. See how the tip goes. Exactly, I save all those. So still at the tip here. All of these cheap shears have a funky tip on them. I save a lot of sandpaper, 1x30s and stuff. I use them for something. I hate throwing things away. Oh, that's much better. So what I'm doing here is, you're worried about I'm doing on the side is the tip. I use this 3000 grit on my flat hone and just kind of touch the tip up a little bit on these shears. When they catch like that, just very light pressure on the tip, and it really makes those tips cut much better. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna take a break, guys. It's been an hour and 8 minutes. I might come back on later. Hope to talk to y'all then. Y'all have a good one.